What's happening, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. And before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. So comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with the response. So as you can see, man, from the looks of the thumbnail, title, and screen, today, man, I put together a very special build for y'all today. And this one's going to be coming out to that physical edge enforcer with no weaknesses. Now, when it comes towards these strengths today, I love what this one says. Elite wing defender, absolute vacuum on the defensive glass, tough physical wing, turns defense into highlights, man. And these top attributes are going to be that defensive rebound, the strength, and block. And for those of y'all who have been playing NBA 2K26, or maybe you're new, these are three attributes that are going to be key with probably being one of the better builds out there. You know, we get shades of Glenn Robinson, Audrey Kirilenko, and Cooper Flag, man. So with this build, I really just wanted to try to make, you know, that hybrid big man that's still going to be able to, you know, be some type of a rebounding sharpshooter, man. And I think this build definitely has that perfect blend of it. Going to be able to do a little bit of everything. And, you know, I really just want to say I'm real excited to continue finding these builds for y'all throughout the whole year of NBA 2K26, man. We're in season 2 currently, and I just want to say that the support has been crazy. We're about to be at 25,000 big supporters, and I just want y'all to know that none of this would be possible without number one above everything, bro, the man upstairs, Jesus Christ, and y'all, the rich family. So I want to go ahead and open up with a scripture. This one's going to be coming from the book of John 3 verse 3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. And this is just, you know, a message that I want to push out to my community, but also the 2K community, man, to let y'all know, bro, that within the times that we're living in, man, it seems as though a lot of people are starting to really focus on what God doesn't have on their life for them. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people are not walking in the steps of God, bro. Just take, for example, these past holiday seasons that we've been having, man. A lot of people have been focusing on an energy that has nothing to do with Christ, man. And if I could be one stepping stone and being able to, you know, shift your attention into a different direction and be able to share and shed some light in this 2K community, bro, that's something that I definitely want to do, man. You know, I feel as though it's definitely my duty and my job to, you know, try to help out my community where I can, be that positive impact, bro. And I just want you to know that I'm trying to pay y'all back in any way that I possibly can, and this is one way, is sharing, you know, the good news of Jesus Christ, the gospel, the book of God, bro. So once again, I want to say thank every single one of y'all for your support, man. I truly appreciate this, and I want y'all to know that none of this would be possible without y'all, man. So God bless every single one of you. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family to see what I'm uploading. And last but definitely not least, man, let's get into the breakdown of this build. So we've created about 34 different builds on this channel, man. And I guarantee that you're going to love this one. So after you finish this one, go ahead and check out any of the previous builds that I made on this channel, and I guarantee that you're going to find something that you like. I really want to make a new build coming out soon, so if you have any recommendations or suggestions, be sure to let me know down below. Now, to get started with this build today, we will be making this one out of that small forward position. I'm going to put that height up to 6'9". The weight, let's go ahead and put this up to 249, and once we get into the breakdown of that wingspan, I'm going to put this up to 7'1". Now we're all set to go. And look at these body shapes that we get today. They're going to be firm, muscular, and burly. So I really think that this is going to be a build that a lot of y'all are going to enjoy on both ends of the court. So be sure to smash that like button, man. Let's get at least 25 likes on this video, and let's get into it. So starting out, every single archetype that I bring to y'all, I always like to start out with the physicals, man. This is going to give you a good idea of which animations you're going to get, the badges, and potential upgrades and cap breakers. So as far as for these physicals, I'm going to put that speed all the way up to a 75. Once we get into that agility, I'm going to put this up to the same exact thing. Now that strength, let's go all the way up to a 90. And then wrapping up that vertical today, let's go ahead and put this all the way up to a 79. So not bad, man. You already get gold pogo sticks, silver brick wall. We're just getting started with this build today, man. So as far as when it comes towards that finishing, I'm going to put that close shot up to a 73. The driving layup, let's go up to a 75. Once we get into the breakdown of that driving dunk, I'm going to go up to a 73 here as well. Now that standing dunk, let's go up to a 45, and that post control, man, we're going to leave this at a 55. So, you know, you don't get too many extra badges here, but once we get to the breakdown of the offense as a whole, bro, from the shooting and playmaking, this was going to make a whole lot of sense, and I guarantee y'all are going to enjoy what this one can do, especially with how well-rounded it can be. Now that mid-range shot, I'm going to put this up to a 73, and the three-point shot, this is going to be key. I'm going to put this all the way up to an 83. Now, just a quick reminder, bro, if you want to use that max +2 to get goal limitless range, that's definitely a reason why I would go with an 83 three-pointer. And as far as when it comes towards this free throw today, let's go with a 60. Based off of the information from 2K Labs, this is going to be the minimum threshold to have, you know, a consistent free throw rating shooting. And especially when it comes towards the animation you want to use, pick SGA or Kobe Bryant. Those are probably the best two in the game. Now, when it comes towards the playmaking, I'm going to put that pass accuracy up to a 71, the ball handle. I'm going to put this up to a 74. As far as when it comes towards that speed with ball, let's go up to a 68. And this is what we're going to be looking like, man. So you're only 3 cap breakers away on that ball handle from getting Hall of Fame strong handle. The pass accuracy 4 away from getting, you know, some of the better upgraded passing styles. And the speed with ball, man, we all want lightning launch on our builds, man. How can I go without it? Now, starting out with this interior defense, let's go up to an 80. Getting into the breakdown of that perimeter, let's go up to an 85. Now, as for that steal today, I'm going to go up to a 73. The block, make sure you go all the way up to an 87. This is what we're going to be looking like on that defensive end. Now, to quickly wrap up the rebounding, this is where things might get a little surprising. You wouldn't see this on a lot of 6'9" builds, but today I'm going to put that defensive rebound all the way up to a 91. The offensive, if you really want to have no weaknesses on the report, let's go all the way up to a 75. And this is what we're going to be looking like, man. So probably, in my opinion, it looks super balanced, especially considering what you look like on that defensive end. And I'm going to get into the breakdown of some of these cap breakers. So, as you can see, man, when you're working with that strength, if you did want to decide to, you know, possibly get brick wall on that legend tier, all you need to do is use a max +1 and 1 cap breaker to get it to a 91 strength, and you're going to be able to get that on a 6'9" build. Now, on top of that, if you really want to focus on high fly denier, pogo stick, badges like that, you're going to want to use a max +1 or 4. It depends on how far you want to take it. Put towards your vertical, and then from there, once it comes towards the block, 1 more here for the cap breakers, and that's going to allow you to get high fly denier. And once we get that on the gold tier, upgrade it with a max +2 if you do decide to specialize in defense. Now, the steal, this is probably the best bang for your buck that I would go with right now, especially considering that steals can be really inconsistent this year. But the fact that you still get silver intercept, if you want to upgrade that to gold or Hall of Fame, you definitely can do that with the max +1s and 2s. Now, once we look at this badge right here, look, we still get Challenger, you get Immovable Enforcer on gold. There's so many different badges that you can pick from. There's different adjustments that you can make as well to possibly get other badges. But in my best opinion, I would just leave the build as is, especially considering that, you know, as long as you can get badges like Immovable Enforcer on gold to Hall of Fame or even Legend, that's good. Same thing goes for Challenger or even On-Ball Menace. Now, once we look at the interior defense, man, you still get Paint Patroller. That's going to be on silver, so I think that's nice. As far as for post lockdown, all you need is 2 cap breakers here to get that on the silver tier. And I think we're off to a pretty good start. Now, when it comes towards this pass accuracy, the 71, I really wouldn't touch this or use cap breakers unless, you know, you had a certain passing style that you wanted to go for. As far as for this ball handle, we got a 74 now. You can use the max +1 to get Hall of Fame strong handle if you want to, or use those cap breakers to get even more dribbling animations. Lightning launch, to get this on the gold tier, you need to use a max +2, but bronze, I've used it myself, and I think it's worth the value, man. Even same thing goes for ankle assassin, bro. I think if you wanted to use a max +1, or if you wanted to go ahead and use 1 cap breaker, you still have the benefit of being able to get ankles broken on a build at this height. Same thing can be said when it goes for ankle assassin. I've used bronze, bro, and if you do use 1 cap breaker, it is definitely worth getting on a build this year. You can break ankles so easily, and if you want to check out the dribble tutorial that I've used to actually break ankles, man, consistently, be sure to check out the link. And I'm going to have a little pop-up card on the screen right here, but be sure to check out the link down below in the description if you don't see it. Now, when it comes towards the shooting, you know, I would definitely want to specialize in shooting if you're looking to go with gold limitless range, and if you want to be, you know, one of the main shooters on your team. But if you want to specialize in defense, that's another route that I definitely see some of y'all would take, or even specialize in rebounding. You know, I like the fact that we get gold box out Vs. On top of that, you're also going to have the potential to get Hall of Fame and Legend box out Vs, bro. Silver to gold rebound chaser, and then you can use your max +1s and max +2s. There's so many different routes with this build, and I really like the fact that we're only 6'9", so it kind of makes it, you know, unique in that way that we're not your traditional big men. Now, the 73 mid-range shot, if you want to upgrade this higher, you definitely can do so, but I'm really focused on the defense, the shooting, a little bit of the playmaking, but as you can see when it comes towards the finishing, you know, you get that 75 driving layup. I think this is perfect. The 73 driving dunk to get bronze posterizer, and if you do decide to use 2 cap breakers here, you're going to be able to get even more dunk animations out of this build, so that's another thing that you need to think about. Now, the badges as a whole, bro, I think this is a pretty nice lineup that we have to work with. You know, you got Silver Challenger, you know, Gold Immovable Enforcer, the Box Out Beast on Gold, the Silver Interceptor, Paper Troller, man. I think there's a lot of wealth out of this build. Let me know down below in the comment section, what's your favorite thing about this one? And is there anything that you potentially would change to do or make this one even better? I really like the fact that, you know, we're 6'9", and you can get a 96 defensive rebound on this build. That's going to be key on this build today, because at a 6'9" build, you're going to have an 80 vertical. A lot of big men who are 7'4", 7, even 7 feet, they're not going to have a vertical above a 70, bro. Now, considering that, you can even have Legend Rebound Chaser and Legend Box Out Beast. You know, I think this is going to be a really solid 3s build. You don't really need to focus too much when it comes towards the finishing, because I think I hit the minimum requirements to get the best bang for your buck. Same thing when it goes for your shooting. The ball handle, I think, you know, if you know how to dribble this here, the 74 is going to be perfect. Same thing for that pass accuracy. And I'm really happy that we can focus on the rebounding and defense. So let's check out these takeovers. As you can see, man, we're going to be able to get lethal layup. You also get rim guardian. From there, man, I know a lot of y'all are going to want to pick a custom takeover. And one that I would consider using is going to be rim guardian takeover. You know, you still get the ability to see where the missed shots are going to go and that inside interior defensive boost. But you could upgrade your 3-point shot to about a 95, bro. If you wanted to, you know, split it down the middle and possibly upgrade the perimeter defense, or even upgrade the rebounding, that's another great option. It's all going to come down to your preference. But I just want to say thank y'all so much to those of you who made it to the very end. And let's go ahead and move forward, man, with this build. And to make sure that everybody made this one correctly, look at these shades. I love the one of Cooper Flat, but I introduced to y'all the Physical Edge Enforcer. And let me know, man, this is a build that I guarantee you're going to be able to use throughout the year of season 3, 4, 5, and on, man. I love the fact that we get these kind of rare build names this year. No big weaknesses to report, and that's how you know if you made it correctly. And if you want to make any types of changes, adjustments, feel free to do so, but just keep in mind, bro, these kind of builds are very specific when it comes towards getting this build report as far as no weaknesses on it. So I just want to say once again, man, I appreciate y'all who made it to the very end. God bless every single one of you. And I got another video coming for y'all tomorrow, so be sure to definitely stay tuned for that. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. God bless you, and Rich out.